Hi, this is a brief tutorial to get you started using the Benchmark Universe website, where you'll find teacher resources for Benchmark Writers Workshop. First, you need to go to your favorite browser. We have tested this on Google Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, and Firefox, and they all seem to work equally well. The website you'll go to is new.benchmarkuniverse.com. new.benchmarkuniverse.com. Just a word of warning, if you are at home or you're at your desk and you forget what the website was and you Google Benchmark Universe, it will come up with the old Benchmark Universe website, which doesn't work. Our passwords don't work in that site, so you definitely need to make sure that you're on the new.benchmarkuniverse.com site. Unfortunately, we could not do a single sign-on so that your password, username and password are not identical to your regular district login, but we came as close as we could. Your username is your district username. For most of us, it's last name, first initial. For some people, it's last name, first name. If you have a hyphenated last name, try it without the hyphen first. Most of them, I believe, are set up that way. Your password is the word teacher. Enter teacher and click login. When you get to the main page, this is the home page. There are these colored bands over here are really just teacher kind of making it a friendly, sociable site sort of resources. You can click on the welcome and you can set up a profile and you can add topics of interest to you. And when you do that, then they will send you messages in this message center about topics you're interested in. The share space and the blog are places where teachers can add comments, can share favorite books, benchmark books, and that sort of thing. In the lower left-hand corner, there are video tutorials and user guides that are helpful in learning to navigate the site. There are three areas that most of you will not use. Assignments, reports, and managed students are areas that are available only to our 4 sites that are using the full benchmark literacy program as a pilot. Those sites are Edinburgh, Oakview, Crestview, and Garden City, and first grade at Zanewood. They have student data that has been uploaded to the site. Therefore, these areas are active for them. For everyone else, if you're using benchmark writing only, when you click on these, it'll log you out. Very frustrating, but true. So, to get to Benchmark Writers Workshop, click on My Library. Sometimes the site's a little pokey. Sometimes the site is plenty fast. I've had varying experiences in the last less than 24 hours at different times of the day. All right, when you get over here to access the Writers Workshop materials, you're going to click on the blue bar and then on Teacher Resources. You'll see grades K through 6 all here in this box. Select your grade level and then press Submit. On this site, anytime you're making a selection, you need to press Submit. And if you want to change your selections, go ahead and do so, and then, or actually press Reset, then go ahead and change your selections and submit again. This shows you the online, basically this is an online teacher edition, your teacher manual. So you'll see all of your professional resources right here, the mini lessons, the first 30 days right here. These are all PDFs, they are all printable. And the fact that you can see all the grades is really helpful for teachers who teach multiple grades, or if you want to see what came before and what will come after the grade level you teach. If you select any of the units, for example, I've chosen realistic fiction, you'll see the unit planning documents here, mini lessons, sample pacing guide. The mentor text is here. If you click on the mentor text, it's not an interactive text, it's not an e-text, but it is an electronic copy. So you could project this and share this with students in this way, a little bit easier than having one single copy. The mini lessons are here. Everything that's in your teacher guide for those mini lessons is here. And then the assessment tools, checklists, rubrics, and that sort of thing. That is the basic information. and you can access this from anywhere. You don't have to be within the district. You don't have to be connected to our network. This is all entirely web-based. Also on this page right here, you can see there are some other sets of information available. Word Study, Phonics, Benchmark Literacy Common Core, and up here at the top, Bookshelves in My Library. These are additional resources that we negotiated access to. They are regular access for any teacher who is using the full benchmark literacy program. So our pilot sites had access to all of these, and we negotiated access to all of this for everyone because we know that we have teachers who have been working really hard to have a reader's workshop model in place in teaching using a balanced literacy model, of course, and their question has been, as I am making good instructional decisions for my students and I'm not following trophies, what's the scope and sequence that I should be using? Well, if you're in that position and you have an interest in this, take a look at this Benchmark Literacy Common Core area. And under Teacher Resources, again, select your grade level, push Submit. You will find resources about read alouds, about mini lessons, and about small group reading. For each unit, it identifies the strategies and then gives you the instructional materials, reproducibles, and what they call an anchor poster, and an assessment for the strategy. And up here under instruction and assessment, it gives there is program implementation and management. There is an overview and the program strategies and skills that provides you with the whole picture of the year for your grade level. There is nothing required about this. This is what the pilot sites are using, but for all other sites that are using Writer's Workshop only, this is simply here as a resource, but we know it is a much requested resource. Phonics, okay, let's click once. Phonics contains the complete phonics kit materials for grades K1 and 2. You select your grade level and the kit. It gives you all the lessons, and those lessons in the units include the core materials, assessments, Blackline Masters, everything you would need if you wanted to use these materials for phonics instruction. Word Study is Benchmark's version of Words Their Way. We are continuing to use Words Their Way, even in our pilot sites, but the Benchmark does have a Word Study component. The last thing I'll point out is up here at the top under My Library. There you have the ability to select texts, both ebook and whiteboard online texts. And you can sort using any of these categories here on the left side. There is by level, by reading level. You can have by content area, comprehension strategy, and it will identify if it's an ebook or if it's a whiteboard book. And then it loads as an electronic book. Students can read these. You can set it so that it automatically the pages automatically turn, and it will read it out loud to students. So you could have students with headphones reading along with these texts if you wanted to. There are activities that are related to them. You can add any of these texts to a bookshelf, and if you are going to do that right now, what I would recommend is, if you're interested, click on Show Me How, and it will take you to a video tutorial that will teach you how to use this section. We literally have had access to this site for about 21 hours right now. And the Staff Development Assessment Specialist have spent a little bit of time in between appointments with teachers today working with it, and I have been working with it as well. We will continue to learn. We will be happy to take any questions that you may have or any great discoveries that you make with this site. We are meeting a small group of us are meeting with the professional development director from Benchmark next week, and I am going to spend some time with her learning more about everything that's in this site so that we can provide the best possible support for you. Please contact your staff development assessment specialist or me, Chris Rouleau, if you have any questions at all, if you need any help with this, if you have any difficulty with your login, we will be more than happy to help.